Whew. Alrighty, well, let's get going. Doo-doo-doo-doo. Hello and welcome back to the Blobber Plays House MD for the DS. She'd never heard of a girl being described as a muffin top before. So what did you tell her? This is horrible, but I said, well, you know Brie, how her stomach flab goes up over the top of her pants? That's a muffin top. Oh, you're terrible. Brie is supposed to be your friend. Yeah, supposed to be. And you know, that skanky bitch is saying stuff about me that's twice as bad. Speak of the devil, it's Brie. She's texting me. No way, what does she say? Bang! Shelley, are you okay? I think so. We're taking you to the hospital, ma'am. You'll be just fine, Shelley, don't worry. Wow, you really lucked out, didn't you? You've barely got a scrape. I know, right? Whoa. What? What's happening to me? I need some help over here. Crashed. Hello, Paula, or should I say the mummified remains of Paula? Dr. House, what's the matter with you? It's okay, Mum. Dr. House is emotionally distancing himself from the patient through gallows humor. It's unorthodox, but not unprecedented. Wow, you must be a lot of fun at home. Okay, so here's what I'm thinking. According to NetMD, we can rule out food-borne illnesses. Are you trying to diagnose yourself online? I already talked to the EMT as well as Dr. Cuddy, who was very professional, I might add. And Paula, let Dr. House talk. Sorry, Mum. Actually, Mum, I think she might be onto something. You were saying? I have lupus. Do you have any idea how many diseases can be caused by lupus? Well, you get points for being about as accurate as a real doctor. I'll give you that. You don't have lupus, but you are infected with diarrhea of the mouth. As I'm sure your first, second, and third husbands will tell you, Which leads me to my point. We've got to figure out what's turned you into a piece of Swiss cheese. Now I get to do the talking. Okay, usually we pen light the eyes and nose and mouth, so we'll go with the pen light first. Nose bleeding. Rub her head. And there's supposedly a third. Look at her cheek. A cut. Inspect the cut. Inspect the cut. Inspect the not cut? Ah, a bruise. Okay. G'day, VGF. That's what the patient just said, but Dr. House says no. I don't know what the fourth thing I meant to find here is, though. Okay, it's glove. Dry skin. And then of her abdomen, we've got listen to her tummy. Constipation and another bruise. Finally, her legs. Muscle aches. We finally get a talk trigger. Let's ask about her eating. Are you keeping a normal diet? And I don't mean a normal diet of Miley Cyrus songs. Yes. No, she hasn't. She's gained a lot of weight, so I put her on a diet. She has an iron deficiency because her mum's not letting her eat enough beans and meat. Muscle aches. Oh. Athletics? I understand you're into athletics at school. Many women tell me I'm limber, but that's something completely different. Yes, I'm a gymnast. She's an elite gymnast, just like her mother used to be. Do we poke it? Do we eyeglasses? We eyeglasses. Habits? Have you ever bitten your nails? Did they ever bite you back? Because that would explain all this blood. No, I don't bite my nails. Peers. Are there any bullies at school that push you around? I imagine you just vault over them. No, there aren't. How did you get these bruises? Were you beating yourself up for not being cute enough to date Zac Efron? I was just in a car accident, and well, I'm a gymnast. I fall sometimes. Whatever. That's my girl. Follow-up question. Pets. Are you around pets often? Are you around vampires often? Because that would actually make more sense. We don't own any pets. Diet. Why do you need to be on a diet? Are you one of those girls who isn't happy unless you resemble an Auschwitz survivor? I can't be a gymnast if I weigh too much. It's true. Health? Do you eat healthy foods? And no, Red Bull doesn't count as food. No, Dr. House. I give Paula healthy food, but she just picks at it and sneaks candy. Keep pressing the subject. Wait. Why would it be so bad if Paula weighed more? The way she is now, if she ate a grape, you'd think she was pregnant. I don't want Paula to end up like her Aunt Rose. And Aunt Rose is bad because she's a serial killer? Runs an illegal cockfighting ring? No, she's fat. I was close. Thank you for your time. I think you have Asperger's. Paul! It's a developmental disorder characterized by abnormalized social interaction and limited empathy. You think so, eh? I apologize for her behavior. No, it's okay, Miss Tennyson. Actually, Paula, I don't. I do, however, have Tourette's. You brave man. Paula. I'm so sorry. My daughter shoots her mouth off sometimes. It's okay. Controlling bitch. Dr. House. Did I say that? Oh, I'm sorry. Must be my Tourette's. Scene end music. A lunch house. I hope you brought enough for the rest of class. Hey, damn it. Today we're going to talk about blood. Red, sticky, delicious. Well, not the last thing. A teenage girl is in a car accident. The girl is okay. The car less so. Then the girl starts to bleed. A lot. From practically every orifice, but not because of the accident. Thoughts. Thrombin overdose. It ends in an A. And that is the only one I see that ends in an A. Thrombocytopenia. It explains the bleeding. It can't be. She has a normal platelet count. 13's right. You are type O wrong. What the hell? Next. Well, it's a disease, but that's not helpful. The third letter is A. So it must be this one that's hiding under Huntington's. Glanzmann's disease. It explains everything. No, Paula's increased PTT means it can't be Glanzmann's. Sorry, 13. But with all the catch-up over you, you do a really good impression of the film Carrie. Next. Vitamin K deficiency works. Vitamin K deficiency fits the symptoms and explains the bleeding. It also explains the elevated PTT, which occurs in severe cases of vitamin K deficiency. But it doesn't explain the normal PT. Ugh, Taub, you're 57 varieties of wrong. Next. Lupus. Come on. Lupus? No. What about the other one? Lupus anticoagulant. It explains the increased PTT, nosebleeds, and bruises. Did you just say lupus? No, I said lupus anticoagulant. Not the same thing, and you know it. Yes, but you said lupus. You know who else diagnosed the patient with lupus? Who? The patient. Congratulations, Foreman. You're as medically competent as a 14-year-old girl. Let's celebrate this accomplishment. Next. Hemorrhoids. And yet it fits. Hemophthis. Hemophilia? It could be hemophilia, which would explain the bleeding. Except that hemophiliacs are usually boys, and last time I checked, our patient bleeds once a month and hasn't yet died from it. Next. Holy! Disseminated intravascular coagulation. Disseminated intravascular coagulation explains the uncontrollable bleeding, the bruises, and the elevated PTT. Paula's normal platelet count discourages the possibility of DIC. Discourages it, but doesn't disqualify. True, and our patient's decreased factor 8 is a match. Good work, 13. Aside from Taub, you're the closest thing we have to a scared teenage girl. Which means the human sieve might warm up to you. Let's get a blood sample from her to test for DIC. You really think it's DIC? I hope not. It's notoriously difficult to diagnose and requires many grueling tests that would put the patient through a living hell. Come to think of it, maybe it wouldn't be bad. I always say work smart, not hard, but you didn't do either. Ouch. Oh, come on. 100 out of 120 is pretty good. House, don't be shy. Come right in. I've been doing a lot of thinking. Yes, because nothing bad ever comes of that. And I've realized there's something eating at me about the guitar. You mean the guitar that you stole? Good observation, Wilson. We still don't know why the guitar is important to Cuddy. I don't know, maybe it's a memento from someone in her past, a deceased relative. Or an ex-lover. Good thinking. Well, I said deceased relative, though your idea is sexier. What else do we know? Well, Cuddy does know that you're a guitar fanatic. Maybe it's an attempt to get in good with you. But I make her life a living hell. Why would she want to get in good with me? Perhaps we're postulating that an alternate universe Bizarro Cuddy has taken over the real Cuddy's body. So we have parasitic life form controlling Cuddy's body. Now that's just silly. If anyone was going to take over anyone's body, it would be 13's. A parasite could have a lot of fun in there. Well, I'm tapped out. Wilson, House, and g'day, Rotten Bart. Why don't you just ask her why she got the guitar? The number of things that are wrong with that sentence is, I can't believe it. I'm going to have to leave. Now I know how to get rid of him. Say something completely sensible. So, what are you going to do? It's simple. We think you might have DIC, so we want to get a blood sample and test for it. But that means you have to use that needle, right? I get weirded out by needles. We need to do this so you can get better. Now, if you want to close your eyes, it's okay. We sound tinny? Has it picked up the wrong bloody thing again? God. Ah, yes, it will have. Thank you. Grumble, grumble, grumble. Alright. How about now? Better? Hopefully yes. Follow the procedures for drawing blood. So it's tourniquet. Tighten tourniquet. Tap vein. Clean vein. Oh, I was too slow? No, I wasn't too slow. Insert needle. Yeah, thank you, Rotten Bart. Remove tourniquet. Collect blood. Collect blood 4 more times. Remove needle, apply band-aid, GG. Okay, I'm ready for the blood test. Bring it. Nothing to bring, I'm already done. Mum, where's my gum? I can't find it. Paul, give it here, young lady. Are you tired? A bit. Everything will be alright, babe. Mum, don't cry. Paula? Paula! Tell me what's wrong. My head hurts. Oh my God, baby. Oh, it's okay. I feel better now. What's wrong? We need some help in here. What? Mum, what's happening to me? She's crying blood. She's in severe bleeding diathesis. Treat her with frozen plasma and cryoprecipitate to replace the Fabriogen and factor VIII. We still have no idea if this is DIC, and that's why we're continuing to test for it. It's still the most likely culprit. X-Files end of scene music. What's that? It's plasma. You've lost a lot of blood, so we're doing a transfusion. I researched that online. It replaces my metachlorians. Well, it replaces your fibrogen. Now, just relax. Okay, time for the DDR game. It really likes A. Now let's try a different medication. Too early? Hey, Cal. I will read that when I don't need to pay attention to the DDR. Now let's try a different medication. Isn't this the IV training I was expecting? You can't train IVs. You can only train EVs. That's why there's the E for effort. So your joke almost works. Almost. They've upped the difficulty. We have to do all 4 buttons. So, how do you feel? I feel like looking up fibrogen online. And this is why we don't let the custodial staff practice medicine. Wait, you're not a janitor. Come on. 90 out of 100 is pretty good. You can't just inject Pokemon directly into people's veins. I don't know, we mainline Pokemon at times. I understand that you must be upset, Mr. Tennyson. Upset? I get called out of a board meeting to discover my daughter is crying blood. We suspect Paula might be suffering from DIC, which means you suspect? You don't know anything? That's my daughter in there. Calm down, Mr. Tennyson. We're still testing to confirm. I know it's difficult, but have either of you noticed any changes in Paula's behavior recently? No? What are you implying? Are you saying my girl's a head case? That she did this to herself? I'm not saying anything. We have to consider all possibilities. Every possibility. I'm paying top dollar to have Paula in this hospital, and the best you can... That sounds so weird. And the best you can do is play 20 questions? Grover! People other than the Muppet have that name? I don't think I've ever seen this name. Other than the Muppet, the Sesame Street character. Please, don't lose your temper. Sorry. Dr. House. I'm Paula's Aunt Rose. She doesn't seem that fat. Your Aunt Rose? We've heard so much about you. Yes, and apparently there's not as much of you as we've heard. What can we do for you? Grover Cleveland? I mean, sure, that's like... Well, actually, I don't know. I assume that he's an ancient president. But that's like saying, you know, Isolde is a common name because of Tristan and Isolde. And just so you have the full visual, it's nothing it's also her toenails, nostrils, and gums. He's pre-90, yeah. It's long, long ago. Almost as old as Blobber himself. Is there anything you can do? Well, if we film the whole thing, I think America's Funniest Home Videos might give us $1,000. Then again, they tend to prefer videos of guys getting whacked in the nuts. House. We're doing what we can, ma'am. Paula may have a condition known as DIC, but we're still testing to find out for sure. If there's anything I can do... Actually, if you could tell us whether there are any pre-existing medical conditions in your family. Her parents didn't mention any. Is it possible that anything slipped their mind? No. But don't you think they would have mentioned something like that if it existed? Of course, we just have to examine every avenue. I'd like to examine your avenue. What was that? Nothing. Thank you for your time. Take 13 and look around Paula's house. It moves back a year every week. It moves back a week every week. Age wearies and the years condemn. Search for anything that supports the DIC diagnosis. Any evidence for bleeding or bruising. There's something the family is keeping from us. End of scene music. Well, Mr. Dante, let me guess, you are hunting wabbits, and one of them dwopped an anvil on your head. Dr. House, you've got to do something. My hand has just swelled up. I'm screwed. I've got a concert tonight. Concert? That would imply you are someone in the recording industry. Yeah, I know you. You're Wait. Which Jonas brother are you again? My stage name is Stripe. The platinum record-selling rapper? Hip-hop artist. Yeah, you say potato, I also say potato, except that your potato is served to you on a diamond-encrusted plate, with a golden bejeweled knife stuck in it. So, Mr. Moneybags, why is a rich guy like you visiting a free clinic? You're Dr. Gregory House. Aren't you supposed to be some sort of genius? I'm nothing special. I don't even have a Video Music Award, unlike some of the people in this room. Seriously, Dr. House, why is this happening to me? Examine the patient carefully. Penlight his eye, even though it looks more like his eyelid. Impaired vision. Rub his bald head for good luck. Excessive sweating. Sweat. Do you sweat a lot? Are you worried that a gremlin who used to own your white mohawk may come back for it? I don't usually sweat this much. It started last night when my hand got swollen. His hands are swelling with his talent. Well, better than his head swelling with his talent. Oh, baby, can't you hear my heartbeat? You think he was bitten by an insect, like the cheating guy in the previous story? Select the right topic to ask about. Do you have any children? No. Interesting that he says no and not none that I know of. Epilepsy. Are you epileptic? What? No. Diet. Do you eat a lot of salty food? Potato chips, popcorn, giant Christmas hams dipped in salt-flavored bacon grease? Yeah, I do like to snack, I guess. Back out. Check out his legs. He apparently has a sore crotch, which we will inspect with the magnifying glass. Oh, it's his hand. Okay, we're looking at his swollen hands. When did your hands first swell up? Was it when you asked the audience to give you a big hand? It's been happening for a few months, but it got really bad when I was on stage last night. My hand got so big I couldn't hold on to the mic. Okay, and we want legs. He has very prominent ankle bones. Joint aches. Stress. Are you under a lot of stress? When you throw your hands in the air, as if you don't care, do you find that you actually care? I guess I'm a little stressed out. I have to make sure my new album does well. That's why I've been working on new rhymes. Is it gout? He's a bit young for gout, isn't he? Well, I think I know what's wrong with you. What the hell? You have an unhealthy addiction. I'm looking for the source. Gotcha. They're potato chips. You're suffering from idiopathic edema. Your body can't excrete salt properly. The huge amount of salt in your body is causing you to retain water, and it's making your extremities swell. What can I do about it? See if you can follow me here. Lay off the damn salty snack treats. Drink more water. You have the eating habits of a 12-year-old suburban kid. That's it? It's that simple? It's that simple. I'll start you on water pills. You should probably start chugging Gatorade on the regular basis too. It has what his body needs. Maybe I could get a good endorsement deal there. If you like, I can get you in on the commercials. You really want to put this face on TV? That's actually kind of funny. Nice little ironic line there. Clap, 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 clap. Good point. Wow, that's a lot of pink. Is every teenage girl's bedroom like this? No. This is pretty extreme. Everything looks so clean. Where do we start? We just have to search until we find something. Hidden object garbage minigame time. Makeup. Band-aids. A wrist brace. A magazine. Gum. A stash of candy. Toy teddy bear. I do like her collection of plushies. Well done, girl. Although the tiger, Mr. Tiger here, it doesn't fit the all-pink theme. She has a set of scales in her room. That's a bit depressing. A back massager. A jewellery box. A diary. Nail polish. Ice packs. Compression bandages and good job, Moobot. A curling iron. Ibuprofen. Heat rub, even more plushies. Ooh, it's a slider puzzle. It's kind of a slider puzzle. Yeah, it's a slider puzzle. Okay. Where's the other one that goes on the top row? Oh, it's already there. Okay. This reminds you of a Pokemon puzzle. We need the top left, which is that one. Done, row 1. Now we need to do column 1. which is this one. And where's the other column 1? There. But it's in the other order. It's this one, then that one. Now we just have to translate them one square to the left. Well, we're about to find out if that's the right order or not. I've forgotten already. Yes, it was the right order. Good. Okay, we've done row 1 and column 1. Now we do either row 2 or column 2. Actually, I already know that... Well, that could go there or there. Although I think it's there. That one is clearly that, which means that this one is the one that goes there. So we back you up 1. Then we find out how to shove that one in front of you. Okay, and then what goes down here? Bottom row thing, it's one of these two. Yeah, I do think it's that one. So, now we want to swap these two around. Done. Row 2 done. Oh, sorry, column 2 done. Now we want to do row 2, which should be this bit of the flower, and then the thing that we've already done. No, that doesn't do what I want. That does. There. Okay, and then we are finished. Or apparently not. This looks right. 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 This bit, maybe not. Maybe this goes in this corner? No, but it's got this corner thing on it. These two go the other way, perhaps. Yeah, I think these two go the other way. So, Cal agrees. I want you in front of that one. There. Well, no, now I want you the other side of that. There. And now I need these two flipped. Can I even do that? I don't think that's normally possible with the algorithm that we use for this. I don't want to kill more than one thing, though, trying to resort this. So I want this after you. There, and now we back them up. Except now this one needs there. Now that one needs there. I'm not sure that... Oh! You can just teleport pieces as well. So I'm making my life unnecessarily difficult. By treating it as a slider puzzle. The box is now unlocked. Yeah, because when you get down to the 4x4 like this, they should automatically be in the correct order, and all you should have to do is rotate them, which was why I was puzzled. So there had to be the ability to flip pieces. Good. I hate this pudgy, fat, doughy body I'm stuck in. Lately, I've been crying a lot, at the drop of a hat. The other day, I couldn't do this somersault, and that same somersault I used to be able to do in my sleep. Listen to this. I've been crying a lot. My performance has gotten worse. I think about Darius all the time. She even describes the boy's smell. It sounds like she's been self-conscious about her bruises. She's taking pills to deal with her depression. When you were a teenager, was your diary anything like this? No, mine was even more melodramatic. More? Yup. But there's still a lot of stuff for us to go on here. House is going to have a field day with this diary. Let's check out the mum and dad room. The Tennysons have you guys Think you guys have enough family space? A small family could live in this closet. You take the closet, I'll take the rest of the Grand Canyon. I mean bedroom. This place is bigger than my whole apartment. Room for plenty of soup here. A girdle? Jewellery? So much room for so many cans of soup, yes. Dozens. Pallets full even. We just steal a whole painting. And a purse. Perfume. Photo. Actually, so far it is lupus, FGs. Lupus something or other. What was it? Anti-immunoglobulino something. Purse collected. Clothing. The other cases have been not lupus. The hot coldometer says it's nearly here. What am I missing? And yet the hot coldometer is staying hot everywhere, which isn't terribly useful. It's never lupus, except for the one time when it is lupus, which could be now. Ah, there's a purse that's melded into the chair I'd missed. Check out Paula's bruises. She can't be more than 8 years old there. Well, she didn't have DIC at that age. I don't want to say it, but I think her dad is abusing her. Do you think he's capable of it? If you saw him in the office earlier, you might think so. He almost chewed my head off for no reason. His daughter's bleeding spontaneously. He doesn't know how to deal. True. I didn't know there was a house game either, FGs. And then I saw this, and I said I must play it. Locate the 10 clues in the medicine cabinet that might help diagnose her condition. Cigarettes? Why has the teenage girl got cigarettes? Why has she got bullet casings? There was an empty bottle of antidepressants. Someone had stolen the pills and forgot to refill it. Someone who needs antidepressants and who's not good at covering their tracts. Cigarettes suppress hunger by making you dead. Like a teenager who writes in her diary about how depressed she is. Let's get this stuff over to house. End of scene music. We checked out the Tennyson house. What did you get me? Give it here. Concealer? Thanks, my complexion's been uneven lately. We found that in Paula's room, and we figure she needs it to cover up this. Bruises. Our hunch is something's going on at home. The dad seems to have anger management issues. Do we report this? Report what? We have nothing concrete to go on. The parents aren't willing to tell us anything useful. So we'll have to talk to someone who will. Have Taub interview Coach. Foreman, you and 13 talk to Aunt Petunia. You mean Paula's Aunt Rose? That's her. Is the game any good? No, Blubber. It's kinda bad, but it's the good kind of bad, like a bad B-movie. What's that sticking out of your bag? It does have some good dialogue, but it also has some terrible dialogue. See, we didn't want to give you Paul's diary because we were afraid you'd make fun of it. Of course not. It could contain valuable evidence that could save the girl's life. Hand it over. He smells like teenage boy. This is priceless. Who's a handsome devil? Coach Kwong? You're the guy who wants to get in shape for his wedding, right, Chief? The beginners class aren't for another hour, I'm afraid. I'm not here for classes. Coach Kwong, I'm Dr. Chris Taub, part of Paula Tennyson's diagnostic team. I was just going to visit her in hospital. How is she? Well, that's why I'm here. Could I ask you a few questions? Certainly. How do you think about her health? That makes the most sense. How often does she go in for physicals? No idea. That's more her doctor's area. What about her weight? Is she obsessive about her weight? These days? For sure. Try a follow-up question. How are her grades? Does she need to maintain a minimum grade point average to stay on the gymnastics team? Her parents insist she have at least 3.9, which she has so far. Has Paula ever suffered from stress fractures in her vertebrae? No, a few of the other students have, but not Paula. Does she have issues? How long has Paula had issues about her weight? Oh, about 2 months. Her weight issues came on quite suddenly. Keep pressing the subject. Illness. Has she ever complained about swimmer's ear? No, she doesn't swim. Symptoms? Aside from her weight issues, have you noticed any other changes about her recently? She's getting tired more easily. Performance? How has her performance been lately? She hasn't been sticking her landings as well as she used to, and I don't know why. Eating. Does Paula eat a lot of microwaved foods? Not often. Bleeding. Has she had bleeding problems in the past? A sprained ankle 5 months ago, but there wasn't any bleeding. So yes, I wouldn't recommend people play this blubber, but I think people should watch this be played. This is a, fantastic B-movie game. It is terrible-tastic, like Birdemic or Sharknado. When Paula's competing, what's her favorite event? She's got nerves of steel on the balance beam. Has Paula ever busted her kneecaps during practice? No, why do you ask? Is Paula having problems at home? I don't know for sure, but I'd be surprised if there weren't problems at home. I understand. Thank you, Coach Kwong. You sure you don't want to join the gym? It would do wonders for your self-esteem. Then when you find yourself a girlfriend, you'll look fantastic. I'm a married man. Really? On second thought, you do look married. Dr. Foreman, I hope you're taking good care of my favorite niece. Absolutely. Her parents are very worried. Can you blame them? About that, is there any trouble at home? You mean are they a happy family? I think so. I've never seen Grover, I still can't get over that name, be anything other than a great father. My sister does seem a bit, well, overwhelmed by him. What do you mean? You've seen the way she is with Paula. She pushes her hard. But she's like that. She's only like that when Grover's not there. Why do you think that is? Because she doesn't want to lose him. She'll do anything to get what she wants. She's not the easiest person to live with. That paperwork never ends, does it? It really doesn't. I'm actually not just here to see Paula. My husband thinks I might have hyperthyroidism, so I figured I'd get tested. Really? Why? Well, I'm always tired and I have trouble keeping my weight down. I exercise and I eat well. And you know what? It'd be such a relief to have a reason for, my weight gain and exhaustion. It makes sense. Julie says it's because I'm lazy, but that's just how she is. The lab result for Hannah Montana's blood work have come back. She doesn't have DIC, so we'll look for something out of the box, or in this case, out of the blood bank. Okay. Second letter E, last letter A, leukemia. Give me some more information, please. Yeah, leukonoma, but that's too short. Leukemia matches. Accept my flicking. Could it be leukemia? You'd have to have a low platelet count as leukemia, and she has a normal platelet count. Leukemia, which starts with L, is because it's lame. Next diagnosis. Holy moly. I have no idea. Second letter is A, should be pretty telling. It must be that Waldstrom's thingamajig. Waldenstrom's macroglobulinemia. Globulinemia. Waldenstrom's macroglobulinemia. It explains the bleeding, the easy bruising, the pain, and the fatigue. It causes bleeding, but not uncontrolled bleeding, and it doesn't explain her low heart rate. Come on, you're killing me, people, and not even the fun kind, where there's blood everywhere. The bad kind, where I fire you. Next. Morphine overdose? Aspirin. Come on, that fits. An aspirin overdose. It would cause uncontrolled bleeding, but none of the other symptoms. Do you know how much aspirin you'd need to take for that to happen? It'd be insane. I'd charge you, Dr. 13, with sucking in the 5th degree. Next. The second thing starts with H. Hyperthyroidism fits. No? There's another hyperthyroidism, or did I just not grab the... There we go. Paula's Aunt Rose has hyperthyroidism. I just ran into her. I see, Foreman. You think it's a family thing. So what? If she had it, it wouldn't explain the bleeding. No, but it could nudge us towards whatever is causing the bleeding. On one hand, it won't cure Mary Lou Retton. But on the other hand, it's not an answer that makes me want to bludgeon you to death. Good work, Foreman. Tell Chase and Cameron to give Paula a T4 test for hyperthyroidism. If you don't step up your performance, you're going to have to do clinic duty as well. D-. You weren't quick enough at playing the flick the names minigame. So what is this test for? It's called a T4 test. We need to gauge the amount of T4 in your blood. Oh my god, that's the cutest accent ever. It is pretty cute. Anyway, in a nutshell, the T4 test is to see if you have hyperthyroidism. Oh no! An overproduction of thyroid hormones. Actually, no, that's hyperthyroidism. Hypothyroidism is a lack of thyroid hormone. And how do we find these gems? I look through all of the lists of games, Akaturbo, for all the platforms. I see. Will this hurt? Not really. Now, just relax and this will be over before you know it. Follow the normal procedures. Tighten. Apply tourniquet. Tap vein. Make vein big and veiny. Clean area with alcohol. Insert needle. Remove tourniquet. Apply blood vial to blood vial removal IV. Collect blood. Remove needle. Apply band-aid. Sticking plaster. Go! Dr. Cameron, you know Dr. Chase, the guy with the Scottish accent. Oh, it hurts. It hurts. She's mistaking me for young. Hey, I'm standing right here and I'm Australian. Do you think he has a girlfriend? You know what? Let me find out and get back to you. Okay, what happens now? Now we leave Dr. Chase alone so that he can go and run an RIA test. Oh no, RIA, I was correct. On your blood. Working on the radioimmunoassay test? Thank you for telling me what that means. That depends. Is the attack of the 5'2" woman over yet? Yeah, she's in her room, resting. That reminds me, she gave me something to give to you. As opposed to the IRA test, it's a slam book. That would be more appropriate if we were Scottish than Australian. What's a slam book? It's like a chart to rank your popularity. They didn't have them in your high school? She's ranked me? I'm being ranked by a 14-year-old girl? Here, let me help you with the RIA test. Your performance has been shaky. You're on probation until it improves. I don't want to make you nervous, but I'm going to monitor your performance during this lab procedure. Talbot House? That's definitely a choice. You want to watch out, or you'll be giving more Welly, you'll be giving Welly more ammo for his FBI theories about you, Cal. Statements like that. Didn't get rated to the correct channel. Sorry, Yvonne? In any case, g'day, Yvonne. Use the Bunsen burner to heat the sample. So just fiddle our little plus-minus dial up and down to keep the heat within the green region. Well, you have to remember Welly's definition of FBI, which is the non-standard one. Okay, now we play spot each thing. You are a jelly bean. Well, a jelly baby. You are an egg. You are a blood cell. You are a bloob. You are a bloob. You are a pickle. You are a nut. You are a pickle. You are a bloob. You are a pickle. You are an... I was sure I grabbed egg, but apparently I grabbed a red blood cell. Peanut. Egg. Jelly baby. Egg. Jelly baby. Peanut. Red blood cell. The taste police? No. It looks like Paula has hypothyroidism. Well, that's great, because I rank her antigen-antibody bindings as hot. Hey, you don't have to be all snippy. You should have seen what she was going to rank you until I convinced her to give you a hot. End of scene music. Well, good work, assuming you have really, really low standards. $350 of 400, and he's like, nah, you suck. Wow. On the one hand, I have the lab results for our patient's T4 test, and in the other, fingers. Thank goodness they're mine. Come on, House, out with it. Her test is positive for hypothyroidism. It still doesn't explain the bleeding problem. It might. It's known to cause extreme menstrual bleeding. It could be aggravating whatever Paula has and making it worse. Taub, start the gym monkey on thyroid hormone pills. If anyone needs me, I'm on vacation. Vacation? Yes. It's time I paid gym monkey number 2 a visit. The one who drove the car into a tree. Paula's best friend Shelley? That one. I'm going to torment a teenage girl, and it's as close to a vacation as I get these days. What are you writing? I'm updating my blog. Are you there, God? It's me, House. Today the other girls at school called me a slut. Then I had the menses for the first time. I just want to go home and watch a weepy movie and drown my sorrows in chocolate chip cookie dough ice cream. Do I know you? Sorry, just reminiscing about my painful adolescence. Kids can be so cruel. I'm Dr. House. I need to talk to you about Paula. It's you, Margaret? Glue. Does she sniff glue? You definitely seem like the type. Ugh, no! Did Paula and Darius do... What did they do on their most recent date? And don't say they did it. They went to a pool party. A cool pool party? Tra-la-la-la? Cool party, pool party. Party makes the most sense for a follow-up question. Did Paula do anything illicit at the pool party? Like listening to Christian rock? She got totally wasted on her parents' vodka, but don't tell her parents, they'd kill her. A psycho stage mum and the uptight cajillionaire would freak out over that? Shocker. Boyfriend. How many boyfriends has Paula had, not counting the pillows she makes out with for practice? Darius is her first real boyfriend. Drugs? Does Paula use drugs? And I know that Jake Gyllenhaal posters are intoxicating, but they don't count. Who's Jake Gyllenhaal? Okay, that guy. Well, we've smoked pot before, but nothing more serious than that. We've taken pills, but not the bad kind of pills. Tell me more about the pills. What sort of good pills? Do you take Flintstones vitamins? I had those as a little kid. I myself prefer SpongeBob. We did take diet... Well, I had little caveman-shaped vitamins. Anyway, just to curb our cravings. He's famous for his boyish looks. The picture that I got when I googled him I wouldn't have called boyish, but okay. Looked distinctly middle-aged. What kind of music do you listen to? I'll give you $5 if you lie and say something like Georgian chants. What does that have to do with anything? Why do you want to take diet pills? Since we're gymnasts, we need to keep our weight down. Bruising. Where did you get the bruises? It's weird, they seem to start popping up recently. After you started taking the diet pills? Yeah, do you think there's a connection? Only between your bruises and the diet pills. Between you and deductive reasoning, there isn't much. If only she had deductive reasoning, then she could understand why that was a burn. Paula had bruises too. Think that they're also from the diet pills? Gee, do you think? Hey, I've got an idea, why don't I ask her? But don't tell her I ratted her out about the pills. Scout's honor. Were you a scout, Dr. House? No. Hi, Lisa. Ian, what are you doing here? It's the weirdest thing. I was contacted by a colleague of yours, Dr. House. Oh, no. Yes, he called me and gave me the 3rd degree. Wanted to know if you ever came to any of our concerts, or if you wanted to. Buy one of your guitars online? Yes, how did you know? He thought I put my guitar up on an online auction or something. I don't even know why he would think that. And what brings you here? This Dr. House calls. I figured, maybe it's an omen. Maybe it's time to reconnect with you. Oh my god. I was wondering if you wanted to have lunch sometime and talk about old times. Let me get back to you about that. Right now I have to have a conversation with someone. What? Dr. House. It's lunchtime and I've brought you some food. This reminds you of a song? But I told you, I don't eat the hospital food. I'm on a strict diet. Yes, I've heard about that. Supposedly you decided that getting hooked on phonics wasn't enough, so you got hooked on diet pills. Oh, I'm gonna kill Shelley. Sure, if you don't bleed out to death first. Are the diet pills causing my bleeding? Not likely. We do know that you have tested positive for hypothyroidism. And that's why I'm bleeding? No, but the hypothyroidism is taking whatever... But the hypothyroidism is taking whatever is making you bleed, okay, and slamming it against the lockers until it forks over its lunch money. And by lunch money, I mean copious amounts of blood. I don't get it. Why am I bleeding? No idea, and that's why I have to ask you some questions. Bruises! Where did you get the bruises? Have you been hiding in the trunk of Daniel Radcliffe's car, waiting for him to pull over and change a tire? They just started to pop up. I'm not beating myself up or anything. My guess is that they're side effects of the diet pills. Which ones are they? Dextropin. Sounds like all sugar. Dextrose is a kind of sugar and pan means all, so it's all sugar? Any other wacky ways you kids have to lose weight? When I want to look thinner, I just hang out around really fat people. Sure, but the pills work the best. Dextropin. What other diet pills have you taken? Have you taken that pill that consists of sticking your finger down the throat? Nope, these were the first. Focus on the origins of the problem. Where did you get the pills? Where did you get the dextropan? And don't say the dextropan fairy. Why should I tell you? Okay, don't tell me, but don't blame me when you cut yourself shaving your legs and the only thing that comes out is air. Okay. I stole my mum's credit card and ordered them online using her name. Don't you have your own credit card, or are your parents such tyrants they wouldn't let a 14-year-old go mad with power? No, I don't. Do you steal things from people other than your own folks? Because if so, I need you to steal some things from Dr. Cuddy's underwear drawer. No, I'd never really steal. And motive. Why go all through the trouble of stealing your mum's card just to order the dextropan? What happened to the good old days when kids did innocent things like having guilty, clumsy, illicit sex? I've been dealing it to my friends on the gymnastics team. Press the subject. Why have you been doing this? Why have you been dealing pills? I don't think colleges consider that as an extracurricular. Hey, at least I have a job, and I'm making myself useful. Yay, entrepreneurialist spirit. Yay. Do you have a real job as well? You're so skinny you could probably get a job as a flagpole. No, parents won't let me work. G'day, Debrulliage. When you say that at least you're making yourself useful, what do you mean? You're a kid. You're not expected to be useful. Useless? That's my mum. She doesn't have a job, doesn't do anything. So, where is your mum this time of day? Yep, that's her job. Former child, present drug dealer. You don't want to talk to her, do you? Why would you ask? 'Cause for some reason she likes you. She says you get things done. I swear, next time she sees you, she's going to give you a big kiss on the cheek. Ugh. You know, on second thoughts, I don't want to talk to her. Our patient's an after-school special with legs, and she has lots of mummy issues. 13. You're kind of like a woman. Kind of like a woman? Well, yes, except that you're kind of like a man. Go talk to Mum, harpy to harpy, and see what you can dredge up. Wow, Stripe, you're back, and you've brought the monolith from 2001: A Space Odyssey. Good lord, you're huge! That's just my man Roland. He's cool. Well, it looks like the water pills haven't helped. No, they didn't. And I haven't eaten a single potato chip in days. Look at me. In fact, not only have my hands kept swelling, but so are my feet. I see. When people said you were blowing up, I thought they were talking about your career, not your body. Let's take a look at you. Hold up. Listen, Roland, why don't you go call my mum? She's worried sick about me by now. Got it. Okay, they said legs and feet, so let's go look at his feet. Tap his feet. And he has actually, they've bothered to actually show his blown up feet. Rub his head for good luck. He's got a headache. And that triggers a discussion. Have any of your doctors ever put you on hormone treatment? And I'm not asking if you were born a woman, but if you were, well, you should tell me that as well. What? I mean, yeah, they did. How did you know? Do we penlight the side of your... Maybe that's meant to be his nose? Enlarged nasal bone. A genetic question would help. Have you been tested for STDs recently? A few months ago. Is there a history of gigantism in your family? Was your daddy Lurch from the Addams family? It would explain a lot. Not that I know of. Seems like you're right, de Brulliage. And inspect his lips. He has spaced teeth. Ask about his vices. Dust? Is there a lot of dust in the furniture in your mansion? No, there isn't. Drugs. Have you ever abused illegal drugs? Cocaine, crystal meth, anything else that would make you act like Amy Winehouse? Nope, I'm clean. I've only ever smoked a joint once in my life. Okay, and what have I missed? I've missed his tummy. No, I've missed his hands again. Once isn't clean. Kaladin advocating a everything or nothing approach. MRI. When was the last time you had an MRI? And was the MRI machine fitted to accommodate your mohawk? I don't think I've ever had one. Is there something wrong with my brain? And I'm going to get on my high horse about they should be calling it an NMRI. But anyway, the world-famous rapper who's very close to his mummy. Interesting. What's interesting about it? I love my mum. Go you. So, of course you love her. I can see her love right here in this picture. Where the hell did you get that picture? It's in your wallet. Oh, didn't I mention I stole your wallet while I was examining you? Here. I should sue the pants off you. Yeah, but you won't, because I know what's wrong with you. Yeah? You're a scrawny kid. Now you're a big muscular guy. It's called going to the gym. Yeah, but that's one hell of a growth spurt. You were already a teenager in that photo. A navel? Nuclear. It's nuclear magnetic resonance imaging. They just... Because people are scared of the word nuclear, Cal, they pretend that it isn't there so that more patients will get them rather than saying, no, I don't want a procedure that has nuclear in the name. So they realistically, they are lying in order to try and get better patient outcomes, which I'm mixed on. Trying to get better patient outcomes is definitely admirable, but lying to the patient in order to do so, I think, is a no-no. No kid that short naturally evolves into a hulking behemoth like you. And you already admitted to hormone replacement or hormone treatments. Look, when I was a kid, I was puny. My mum... One sec, sorry. My mum took me in for treatment with growth hormones. She kept it hush-hush because she didn't want anyone to know. I still didn't tell anyone about it. Even Roland doesn't know. But now you're suffering from acromegalia. Giant acromage? It's a hormonal disorder that results from too much growth hormone in your body. What can I do? Well, we've still got to run some tests to confirm, but if is definitely acromegalia, you're going to have to undergo surgery to remove the tumor. A tumor? Didn't I mention the tumor? Yes, there's a nice, adorable little tumor lodged in your skull which is causing all of this. Acronomus? No, acronomus causes infra, not acromeglioma. Don't worry, it's benign, although in both cases it is a cancerous growth. But still, best to get it out before they stick you in a museum as an example of early man. Miss Tennyson? Dr. Hadley, is it? Yes. You're built like a gymnast. Did you ever train? Me? No. Your boss, he reminds me of my coach when I was Paula's age. Big, gruff, Hungarian bastard. Scared the hell out of me, but I respected him. Well, I'm sure Dr. House would be happy to hear that. Listen, I need to talk to you about Paula. Collect info on Paula and Julie. Marriage, behavior, social life. Marriage. Is your marriage strong? How dare you ask me that? It's none of your business. And yet, it was the correct question. Home life. We think Paula might be acting out. Is there anything that she's seen at home that might have upset her? Grover is an Grover is an ideal husband. She really, really likes Sesame Street, alright? Oh, that's too good. That's not what I asked. Well, it's what you were thinking. Everyone assumes that he's a jerk, but he's an amazing man, and he buys me such nice things. Gifts make the logical follow-up. What's the nicest thing that he's bought you recently? My designer purse, probably. The conversation is off topic. Employment. What do you do for a living? I'm a homemaker. She makes homes. Pills? What are those pills you're always taking? It's a vitamin. I've been eating them like candy while I've been visiting Paula. Vitamins. Germs or sanitation? The vitamins make the logical follow-up. Why do you take vitamins so often while you're here? Because hospitals are filthy and I want to avoid catching something. Yeah, you don't get most MRSA out in the wild. Collect info on Julie's health. Parents. Do you see your parents often and do you miss them? Only when I visit Hungary, which is rarely these days, but I talk to them often. Listen, I know this is a sensitive area, but Julie, have you ever been on antidepressants? This conversation is over. Goodbye. If I could just take a look at the pills for a moment. Absolutely not. Well, thank you for your time. No, we only know her parents are Hungarian. I'm so sorry. You know the rules about dating. No dating until you're 18. What if you got pregnant? You think you can go to the Olympics whilst pregnant? It's not like that. It's always like that. Are you still a virgin? And then she throws the designer bag. What the hell is the matter with you? Do you have any idea how expensive that purse? Help! Someone! My daughter! Get her out of here. Come on, Miss Tennyson, you have to leave. But, let's get you out of here. Well, it took some doing, but Paula's mother finally started to calm down. I think it's the pills she's taking. She suddenly seemed numb. Where is she now? In the waiting room. Why? Because now you're going to swap out this purse for the one with Julie's pills. You're kidding. Nope. Get out of here. Take the purse and don't come back without the pills. Must be a lack of paprika. Ms. Tennyson, Dr. Taub, is everything okay? My colleague, Dr. Chase, and I need you to fill out some forms. If you could just take these. Ugh, I'm so weighed down. Wait a moment. That's better. Now where do I need to sign? Here, and also... ... Do we have a... Take Mrs. Tennyson's purse to the doctor's lounge without being seen. You may search for the purse there. I'm sorry? Oh, it's drag the purse. Okay. God, you gotta be really quick. Oh, it's not possible to. Can I go through this? I can. Oh, come on! Nah, I think I'm better off letting the timer run out for this than trying to actually do it. Yeah, there's no way past that guy. It's insanely tight. And you can't Pac-Man your way across the border. Okay, what if we let the timer run out? I'm going to refill my drink while we let the timer run out and see if that gives us an auto win. But I actually have to start moving first, apparently. Okay, drink refilled. Am I enjoying the writing of this game? Sometimes it's really good, and sometimes it's really, really bad, Amalanduel. Some of the mini-games are okay, but some of them are also terrible. God damn it. This, not a strong one. Neither was the, depile the piles of magazines. Okay. Yeah, this minigame, and all the minigames like it, is silly, where you have to drag things out of boxes to reveal the thing at the bottom of the pile of stuff. Place the items back in the purse in the reverse order they were removed. How am I meant to know? Use the outlines as a guide. How does that tell me the order? How does that tell me the order? Some of the outlines are under the others. No. No, that simply isn't true. Like, if we look here, the white lines overline, and they do not have breaking of one kind of white line with the other. The same there. Hey, old decoy. It's like a bad B-movie decoy. There are bits that are really good, and there are bits that are really bad. Her mobile phone. No, maybe the lipstick is next then. Then the mobile phone, and finally the wallet. Have I played Ghost Trick? No. I can't say I remember hearing of it. Oh, now we have to do the reverse? Do the reverse of the puzzle you just did. Oh, come on. It's a pretty good puzzle game. Okay, we need to hide here. Then we go through here. And now this is the hardest bit, with the tightest timing. And we've passed it, so we should be fine. Congratulations, you made it without getting caught. And initial here, and then that's it, Miss Tennyson. That's a lot of paperwork, but you know what? What? I like all this paperwork. Do you? Indeed. Some people might have a problem with it, but I say it means your hospital is efficient. They keep good records. Yeah, my thoughts exactly. You like that the people only see us if they bump directly into us? They're very self-absorbed, Decoy. Paula's mother is taking valproic acid pills for her depression. How much do you want to bet that in addition to the other antidepressants and the diet pills, our little bloody miracle is stealing her mum's valproic acid? Well, it's not unusual for a teenager to abuse prescription drugs taken by a parent. Thank you, and just for that, I'm no longer going to call you 13. Your new name is Dr. Obvious. So, let's assume Paula is enjoying a 5-finger discount from her mum's personal pharmacy. Valproic acid can cause acquired von Willebrand disease, which explains the bleeding. Dr. Obvious has struck again. You're going to run that into the ground, aren't you? Have Chase and Cameron test the patient's von Willebrand factor. 13. You seem to have formed some kind of creepy bond with this 98-pound corpuscle. Talk to the patient. See if she'll cop to stealing her mum's acid pills. I've gotten the ceremonial blood offering. Now, what does the War God House want us to do with it? We're going to do a ristocetin cofactor assay to test for von Willebrand's disease. Okay, let's get this test done. So is it just spin the blood again? Yes, it's just a spin the... Make poffins at the correct speed. We don't even get a milotic out of this, though. At least I'd get a milotic out of making poffins. Kids these days don't know how easy they've got it. Use a Bunsen burner to heat this sample for testing. Success!
You like Scrubs the most? I love Scrubs. At least original Scrubs. Not quite so much the follow-up series when much of the main cast had moved on. Okay, usual thing. Open valves 1 and 5. Make sure 9, 10, 11 and 12 are closed. Open 7 and 8. Spin spinny thing A and B. Close 7 and 8. Open 11. Spin spinny thing C. Close 11. Open 12. Spin spinny thing D. Okay, it turns out your girlfriend has a low amount of von Willebrand factor in her blood. She's not my I'm going to ignore you. I'm going to go and tell House that Paula has von Willebrand disease. Impressive. You sure you're not showing off? A-. I'm good at the spinny games. Paula, the results from your test have come back. You have von Willebrand disease. Von what? It's a bleeding disorder where your clotting protein in your blood is defective. That's why you've been bleeding so much. One of the things that can cause it is an antidepressive called valproic acid. Your mum takes it. Why are you telling me this? Because your mum has had her purse on her every time she comes to visit you. The last time she saw you, when you had her purse, your eyes started bleeding. Have you been swiping her pills? Oh God, what am I going to do? Well, you could stop taking the pills for one thing. But I can't. Let's understand your motivation. Why did you steal the pills? Because I've been depressed lately. Try a follow-up question. Have you considered therapy? Have you ever gone to therapy? No. Mum goes, but she lies about it. Are you depressed? Can you think of any reason why you might be depressed? I don't know, I just am. Do you have problems? Is there anything in particular you're depressed about? It's like a circle. I mess up at gym, Mum yells at me, I take her pills, I eat, I gain weight, I take the diet pills, I really hate it. Try a follow-up question about the depressants. How much of the valproic acid have you taken? I don't know, as much as I feel like. Being a teenage girl sounds awesome. Oh, sorry, awful? How long have you been taking your mum's antidepressants? For a while. I was taking her other antidepressants before it ran out, but then my mum switched pills and the new ones helped a little. But mostly they made me feel hungry. That's what it does. She should go play EU2? I don't think anyone should play EU2. No one without a slider fetish. Bullying, hitting, suicide. Are people at school mean to you? We're all kind of mean to each other. Does anyone in your family hit you like your dad? No, my dad would never hurt me. Keep pressing the subject. Physical abuse. Who is abusing you? It's Mum. Why does your mum hit you? When I do stupid things, sometimes when I gain weight, sometimes when I don't learn my routines fast enough. She put her whole life on hold to help me train. It's my fault, really. It's not your fault. But does your dad know about this? About what your mum does? What do you think? Paula, you've got to tell him. It has to stop. I can't believe you've been stealing your mum's pills. What were you thinking, kid? Do you have any idea, Dad? There's something I need to tell you. What? What's wrong? It's about Mum. Excuse me? Can you two leave us alone? We're trying to have a private conversation. No, I want Dr. House to stay. What's going on? Mum hits me. What are you talking about? She hit me with a belt most of the time. One time she smacked me with a bottle. Your mum wouldn't... See, this is why I didn't say anything. I knew you wouldn't believe me. I never said anything about not believing you. Sweetheart, I'm so sorry. I'll kill that woman. What's going on here? Paula baby, what's the matter? Don't you dare come near her. What? Grover, what's happening? How could you? All these years. It was, oh, she just fell down. She just hurt herself at practice. Every day you had a new excuse. What kind of person are you? I don't know what lies she's been filling your heads with. The lies are over. Here's what's going to happen. Paul and I are going to get up out of this room and we're going to leave. And there's going to be a thick wall of lawyers separating you from my daughter. We'll be in touch. I tried to stop them, but they were too fast for me. Really? That's how the case is going to end? House, is that erasable? No, it's spray paint. Boy, Dr. Obvious, that was a stupid question, even for you. 13 told us about the Mama Dearest situation. Yep, Paula's mum gets a gold medal in douchebaggery. And our human lawn sprinkler has acquired von Willebrand's disease and hypothyroidism. The von Willebrand was tripped in the hallway by the valproic acid, and it got all this peer pressure from Paula's underlying hypothyroidism. So, whenever Paula stole valproic acid from Mum's purse, which she did any time she could get her hands on them, the pills caused Paula's von Willebrand factor to go kablooey. Her blood would stop clotting properly. You can tell it's a work of fiction because the father wins custody, and she becomes tons of fun to be around. Speaking of tons of fun, the hypothyroidism caused her to put on weight, which got worse when she took the valproic acid, which increased her appetite. And in order to curb her appetite, she increased her dosage of the diet pills, which caused the bruises. That's one of the things that causes bruises, and the other is her being slammed into a tree during the car accident. And then there's the mum beating the crap out of her. That also causes some bruises. So basically, the girl's been battered more than a fish stick. We've already started her on levothyroxine for her hypothyroidism. Good, and if she stays off the valproic acid and the dextropan, the desperate pleas for attention, the bleeding and bruises, will stop. Dawn Treader, what do I think of EU5? I don't think anything about it because I haven't played it. I am not overly hopeful with the idea of inserting POPs into EU, but maybe it didn't work out terribly well for Imperator. There's like a little bit of niceness in the Imperator where you can go stealing other people's pops. Like you can slave raid other people. That's kind of nice. But other than that, managing to convert them and the culture and the religion and the way that they spread out and having to spend mana to move them around, lots of those factors were just massive pains. Now, after you've put the key in the ignition, what do? I turn the key to start the engine. Good. Then what? Dad, this is silly. What do you mean? We're not even in an actual car. What am I supposed to get out of this? What you're supposed to get, young lady, is an idea about how to handle a car. That way, when it's your first time for your learner's permit, you'll be a better driver than Shelley. A sack of potatoes is a better driver than Shelley. Ha! That's my girl. Now, after you've started the engine, what do? Dr. House. Miss Tennyson, how can I help you? I can't find Paula. Have you seen her? Yes. We took her over to the lab for some tests, just to double check some things. You want to go down this hall and make a right? Worst mum ever. Thanks, Dr. House. Don't mention it. If the Mayo people are behind this, which it seems like they are, then it's unlikely that it will be much like Imperator. What I've seen of Mayo, it was a boredom simulator, so that also doesn't it doesn't encourage me to think well of it. And to be honest, CK, kinda crappy at release. Vicky, mixed at release. I wouldn't call it good at release. Imperator, same deal, kinda slightly bad at release. So, Paradox aren't exactly batting a good average at the moment for good games on release. Here is your next case. Are you ready to begin? Yeah, there are some things that are good with it. The economy and number go up factors, good. The war and diplomacy, terrible. Terrible. And it had lots of crashy issues at release, which there's really very little excuse for. Games should not be... No. You should have solved that. It had some new shiny factor. It's nice to play with the new shiny thing, Dawn Treader, but it didn't have any staying power. I think I just sat on a caramel apple. At least, I hope that it's a caramel apple. Come on, Chase. Can you try to enjoy this for me? Fine. I need to get some sleep. This stuff never gets old. Really? I wish you'd talk about me that way. Sometimes I think you're married to the circus. You liked the leak version more than version 1? Lucinda, what the hell? You're on in 5 minutes and you're not even ready. Oh, cool your jets, Richie. I'll be fine. Well, I don't know how the leaked version differed to the other one, so I can't really comment. Was the warring better? Was the diplomacy less lying to you? Actually, I may need a little more time today to prepare. Can I go on after Tristan the Magnificent? Are you kidding? We've got a packed house. And you're pulling a diva act? Well, this diva happens to be your wife. And she's having insane cramps today. And she's like you... Oh, and she'd like you to cut her a little slack. Wonderful. I'm supposed to watch this show go down in flames. And all because you think you should get preferential treatment. Yeah, I do. Oh, come on. Do you know how much stress I'm under? Sure, but you're not the only one. It is a shame, Amel, but they grabbed some of the good things about it. They grabbed the army automation, they grabbed the supply system, and they used both of those in their future titles. So there are certainly some good things that have come of it, even if it is a failure. Really, Lucinda? Really? You're going to pull this nonsense with me? I super wish that the supply system... Like that they had yoinked the supply system and pasted it into EU4 after they developed it. It would make the game so much better. I have had it up to here with... Clyde, no, ease up, ease up. The donkey is eating him? It's okay, I'm a doctor. Is he okay? No, he really isn't. Under the big top. Look, I'm Patch Adams, but unlike Robbie Williams, I'm intentionally funny. A circus impresario is mauled by a horse. Remember, people, horsey bad. But after Bozo is attacked, he has a clown car full of symptoms that don't match up. Go. Find the possible diagnosis. Ends in an I, so it's an emboli, and the first word has the fifth letter as an O. The only one that I think fits is... No, it's not this one, even though the fifth letter is an O. That one? No, edema doesn't work. Pulmonary. But its second letter must be an M. Ah, that one. Pulmonary... No, not edema. Pulmonary... Emboli. Pink. Would never intentionally maul its friend. No, they fight pretty commonly even among friends, Cal. That does fit all the symptoms, especially since he was a recipient of a lung transplant 2 years ago. And in this corner, you're right, it's a possibility anyway. Find another possible diagnosis. Hypoleukemia? No. Hypoglycemia? He has low blood sugar? Hypoglycemia fits the symptoms. It almost always occurs in diabetics, and Richie isn't a diabetic. Children of all ages, may I introduce, for the first time, the woman who is totally wrong. Next. Find the possible diagnosis that matches the words appearing on the whiteboard. It's got to be this shock one. Anaphylactic shock. Anaphylactic shock fits most of the symptoms. It can't be anaphylactic shock. I checked Mr. Kipling's file earlier. He doesn't have any allergies, unless he's allergic to awful diagnoses. Take that, Cirque du Soleil. Next. Is it... histocytosis? No. Is it... mastocytosis? Yes. Mastocytosis. It explains the wheezing, fainting, and diarrhea, but it doesn't account for his hypotension or abdominal pain, or the pulmonary edema. Wow, Foreman, it's like you're a magician who just sawed his own credibility in half. That's so bad! A myocardial infarction. Correct! A myocardial infarction, most of Richie's symptoms, would be seen following an acute MI leading to cardiogenic shock. A heart attack is an intriguing possibility. It makes my polka-dotted bow tie spin with delight. Obliterative endarditis. Obliterative bronchitis. Constrictive bronchitis. Obliterative pericarditis. Well, then it's got to be the other obliterative one. Surely a horse wouldn't randomly attack a human for no reason. The reason would be being near the horse, Cal. I have had a stallion out in a field decide to crush me for no reason other than I was there. And if another person hadn't been there, I would have been crushed and dead. Obliterative bronchitis explains all the symptoms. Good work, 13. They're just being territorially defensive. Some of them are dicks. It's like the scene with the elephant, Skoker. Right? The Simpsons scene with the elephants. You hereby graduate from Clown College and on to, Clown Medical School or something. Which one do you want us to test for? All three. Foreman, work some close-up magic on a VQ scan to test for pulmonary emboli. Taub, you do an ECG tightrope hack to test for myocardial infarction. And 13, if those tests come up blank, why don't you do a nude spirometry test for OB? Why do they get circus metaphors and I get the nude reference? 'Cause I don't want to see them naked. Duh. Why do we keep them around again? For entertainment and hobby activity reasons? Cal? Are you kidding with this nonsense? You're on thin ice. Yeah, we didn't do well at the guessy, namey, flicking thing, but we did get more than half points. So, what are we doing here? Well, we think you might have pulmonary emboli, Mr. Kipling, so we're doing a VQ scan. First, we eject you with radioactive albumin, and then we'll scan your lungs to detect the radioactive particles. Will I glow in the dark? No. Just joking. Never mind. Let's do this. See? This sort of thing is why they avoid saying the N in NMRI, Cal. Because people are like, I don't want it anything to do with nuclear. Your performance has been shaky as of late. You're on probation until it improves. I'm going to be much less forgiving on your next procedure. Perform the normal perfusion scan on the top screen with Richie's perfusion scan on the bottom. Oh, it's a spot the difference? It's a spot the difference. Holy moly, I did the last spot the difference, 7 of the 8 of them, like, instantly, but I don't see anything with this one. There's a little bit different there. There's a bit different there, and there, and there. Okay, so it's looking for gaps. Okay. Impressive. You sure you're not showing off? Procedure score. Items found. Penalties 2. 106 of that doesn't get an A+. 106 out of 108 doesn't get an A+. You stingy man, Wilson. Next, we have to do a ventilation scan. What's that? We scan your lungs while you inhale gas. So what? You eat beans beforehand? Excuse me? You doctors have a lousy sense of humor. You're on probation. Does one scan quickly? You've been doing great lately. I'll happily consult with you if you need it. The next procedure can be tricky. I'm happy to be an extra pair of eyes. Compare the normal scan on the top. Okay, so it's another spot the difference, and we're looking for these black dots. That's what we expected. Like, that's what we did the last time. Well, not the last time. The time before the last time with the lung yellow and red. When we were doing X-ray ones, it was X-ray spot the difference, and it was look for the little black patches. That's what I was expecting with the lungs and why I was looking at them and not seeing what I was expecting to find. And then, oh, that's not the kind of difference they're doing for that. Instead, there are bits of the image that have been cut out. It looks like you don't have pulmonary emboli. Now what? Now we keep testing. Great job, but wipe that confident smirk off your face. Do I actually get 100? You don't get an A+ if you literally get the maximum score. Boo! Boo! One of my patients has just accused me of having illegible handwriting. Says he can't read his prescriptions. Does that look illegible to you? Okay, you're his friend. Apparently, you can actually stomach him. Hello, you do as well. House is driving me bonkers trying to find out why I bought that guitar. And you want me to do what exactly? Tell me what to do. I'm neutral here. Switzerland. There is no way that I'm touching this. Not with a 10-foot pole. You got your guitar back. Come on. Oh no, it must have been get. Don't you see that I'm the victim here? Fine. We're in agreement that this conversation never happened, okay? Fight fire with fire. Go on. You want to get to House? Sink down to his level. Don't back down. Interesting. So, what's on the menu for today? We think that when you were roughed up by the horse, even though it kind of looked a little more like a donkey, you might have had a myocardial infarction. Come again? We think you may have had a heart attack. We're going to perform an ECG. What is it? Electrocardiogram. Don't you think I would know if I had a heart attack? You'd be surprised. You've been doing great lately. I'll happily consult if you need help. Great job on the last procedure. They're so bipolar. Perform the ECG test on Richie by dragging the specified pattern. Oh my god, we have to draw? As the pattern appears, drag the stylus through them in the direction indicated. Okay. It's a don't touch the edges game. But we don't have a little electric hoop completing a circuit that makes a buzzer. Bugger. Really? That one felt like it was right. Okay, that one I went too far. Fascinating gameplay. Well, your heart rate and rhythm are well within normal limits. We can rule out MI. What did I tell you? I knew I had no heart attack. You're a super genius. Congratulations. I guess it's not as bad if you'd killed the patient. C minus. 70 of 100. Considering that I know you can't get A's now, I feel less bad about our A minuses. Well, sorry, now that I know you can't get A pluses. Richie tested negative for... Wait. I'm doing it. Come on, House, this is ridiculous. What's ridiculous is that I went into medicine when I clearly should have raked in a fortune joining the circus. I could have been billed as the amazing balancing gimp. Ow! House, you did that on purpose. Come on. Okay, let me use my extrasensory perception. Let me see. Krusty the Clown tested negative for both pulmonary emboli and MI. Am I right? He could still have obliterative bronchial blah blah blah. That's true, human nose. Since he had a lung transplant a couple of years ago, his body could be rejecting the lung, which would point to OB. OB could also have been brought on by acute trauma, like being strangled by a horse. Good point. By unicyclist. Are you just going to refer to us by circus freak show names? Until it no longer amuses me. Real live African tribesman. Oh my god. Come on, House, that's offensive. You're right, human nose. 13. Test Richie for OB. What happened to my circus name? It got old. Thank goodness. Right again, human nose. Well, Mr. Kipling, looks like you may have obliterative bronchiolitis. So, we're going to do a spirometry test to confirm. You know, I've come up with a way to get through these tests. What is it? I mentally solve my crossword... Do you think we're maybe going to have to solve a crossword puzzle in a moment? Just maybe? It keeps my brain sharp. Oh, that actually sounds pretty relaxing. Yes, please, says Derulish. It is. Hey, what's a 5-letter word for Joker? Joker is 5 letters. Yeah, but another. No, wait for it. I got it. Cut up. Hey, you're pretty good. Damn straight. Now let's get started. Hook me up. No. Complete the spirometry test to measure the patient's lung volume and flow capacities. Press the indicated buttons as the... Okay, so it's another DDR? Yes, it's another DDR. It's just differently shaped DDR game. Instead of being IV DDR game, it's blow-off test DDR game. Phase 1 complete. Let's make the test a little more difficult. Phase 2 complete, increasing the difficulty. Spirometry test completed successfully. What's an 8-letter surname of the Jurassic Park author Michael? Mr. Kipling, your results are abnormal. It's probably OB, but we don't know what's causing it. And that means, well, it means we're going to have to keep testing. Crichton, Michael Crichton. Well done, Derulish. Great job, but wipe that confident smirk off of your face. Do I get literally full points and still don't get an A+? No, I took a penalty. End of scene music. Well, Mr. Kirby, what seems to be... Phil, no, Phil, I tried to warn you, you shouldn't have sold it. Now, I've been looking into Marston Motor Corporation, they're a comer. You should pounce on it. Also... Whoa, what the hell, man? Hold on a minute, Phil. Oh, I'm sorry. Maybe I didn't fully introduce myself. He'll call you back. What seems to be your problem? You've got some nerve, pal. I'm your doctor. Either let me treat you, or I walk out of here. Your choice. You know what? I like you. We could use more guys like you at Ditko Nodell. That's great, because I clearly crave your approval. Now, can you tell me what's wrong with you? My legs hurt. Something seriously wrong. I am surprised we didn't have to do a crossword. Examine the patient carefully and look for signs of illness. Okay, we will rub your head for good luck, because that's what we do to everyone. He's also de-aged by about 15 years in this picture, which is kind of amazing. And then we... penlight the corner of your mouth. A crossword would be too good for this game. Signs of illness point to Wall Street trader. We wouldn't be treating a Wall Street trader, because we treat humans, Kaladin. Activities. Radiation, children. We're a doctor, not a vet. Focus on the sources of his symptoms. Radiation? Have you been exposed to radiation recently? No. Activities. Do you engage in lots of dangerous activities, other than gambling with other people's money? I enjoy rock climbing and skydiving, and I run the New York Marathon every year. Sounds like you're active, and not just because you're actively bilking people. It's the only thing that makes me feel alive. A couple of months ago, I fell off a cliff. Literally. My body was one big open sore. It felt amazing. Sure. And your legs? Touchy his leg. He has leg pain. Oh, and that triggers a conversation. Get more info on Mitch's symptoms. Do you have allergies? Do you have any food allergies? Not that I know of. Travel. Have you gone out of the country recently? No. Timing. When did your legs start to hurt? Was it when you were humping the Wall Street Bull? It was when I was on the treadmill a few days ago. No? Do we magnifying glass? You've got a new tattoo? Or is that bruising? Okay, it's bruising. Blood. Have you ever had a blood transfusion? No. Pain. How much pressure can I put on your leg before it hurts? For example, can I put pressure on it by telling it that it's under suspicion of being involved in a Ponzi scheme? Not much. It gets worse every day. And lastly, do we listen to his knee? Do we penlight his knee? No, we rub his knee. Last one. Do you have stiffness severity? How stiff have you been getting? And I mean in your joints, not in the way you get stiff when you watch The Apprentice. Pretty stiff. I need to concentrate to stand up straight. Look, let me break this down for you in a language you can understand. This is your body, and this is what you are doing to your body. Any questions? I was out of eggs and frying pans, or else I could have made it much clearer with the demo. What are you saying, that I'm responsible for this? You're a danger junkie, Mitch. Skydiving, mountain climbing. You've got more bruises on you than a trailer trash housewife. Okay, so what do I do? Take a nap, maybe for 6 months. But I need this. Sure, if you want to kill yourself, then you do definitely need it. If you want to reach your next birthday, then you don't need it. No, hell no, that doesn't work for me. 'Cause then I come home from work and I have all this pent-up anger and tension. Listen, take some of the cash that you've socked away in the Swiss bank account and buy yourself a trip to the spa, but doctor's orders. Mr. Kipling, this is called a... Ooh, I don't know this thing. Plethysmograph. It grasps plethysmos. You have to get inside and breathe into a mouthpiece while we record your airflow measurement. No problem. With all the tests I'm going through, I'm getting to be a pro at this. You just have to start breathing. But isn't this just the same as the thing we just did? Why has he got to step into a bloody healing chamber for this? He's going into respiratory failure. Right? Give me a sec.
Yeah.
Right? I have one of the little blow into them to make the things go up machines. Okay. Time to do this. So, this, in mouth, go. Lift tongue, go. Insert stupid tube thing. Push down tube. Attach this. Pump. Nah. Apparently we didn't do a good enough job of pumping, so... Get out of the way! I'll take it from here. We've never succeeded at that. OB's still our best candidate. But what's causing it? I don't have to train to be a doctor. I'm already a doctor, Cal. Yeah. Get Shakes the Clown on a respirator. What are you hiding? If you don't step up your performance, we're going to have to give you clinic duty as well. Doctor squared. Doctor. You know, Richie, in the condition you're in, you could be an attraction at your own circus. A doctor of what, though? Of computational aeroacoustics, de Broglie. The guy who can hardly breathe. Oh my god, is he okay? Yes, he's laughing. I guess he thinks I'm funny. Richie always did like sick humour. I'm going to need to know a few more things about you, Richie, if we're going to get to the bottom of your breathing difficulties. Get more info on Richie's history. Do you have a history of asthma or any other breathing problems in your family? Mayor Lord Sir Dr. Blobber? And since you're circus folk, do you have an asthma inhaler that honks when you squeeze it? And what's the other one? What's the, like the State Governor General's title? Are they Your Excellency? Yeah, Her Excellency or His Excellency the Honourable. Mumble. He doesn't have a history of any breathing problems. What else would be nice? Plenipotentiary diplomat? Your governor is far from excellent. Stressed. Do you have Do you hyperventilate during stressful situations, like when one of the magicians gets mauled by a tiger? Plenipotentiary blobber? Yes. I want unlimited power! He does get stressed sometimes, but it doesn't give him breathing problems. Focus on the source of his symptoms. Second-hand smoke? Does anyone in your immediate family smoke? Of course, your family let you join the circus, so I'm betting they weren't too strict. His father smoked, but I don't see that it has anything to do with it. Work influences? Have you come in contact with any smoke machines? Nope. Other people handle them. Any other influences? Can you think of any other reason you might be having breathing problems? You haven't been swallowing swords, have you? He has no idea, and neither do I. I mean, he's doing everything correctly. Their Excellency the Minister Extraordinary and Plenipotentiary is the formal title of many ambassadors. I could be the Ambassador New Zealand. They already know how. They already invade all of our couches, Cal. We don't need an ambassador. 10% of their population lives here. 10%, right? That's not a rounding error. 10% of their population live here on our couches. Okay, diet. How many times a day does Richie eat? You know, 3 meals a day. Routine. When you say that Richie's doing everything correctly, what do you mean? We should wander over and annex the other 90%? Emutopia will invade Kiwi land soon enough. And good God, don't tell me that you mean he's doing everything correctly in bed. I mean that he's eating healthy foods. He's stopped eating all of that junk food. Okay, so he's had a recent diet change that could be causing this issue. Spicy foods. Does Richie like his food spicy? Could spicy foods burn his lungs or something? They even have an avenue in Canberra. Special food. Is Richie on a special diet, like all rubber chicken? Other than trying to purge all the artificial crap from his system, no. Medication. Is Richie taking all of the medication when he's supposed to? I know that he runs a circus, but Pirelli's Miracle Elixir doesn't count as medication. Mumble, mumble, mumble. Yes, he is. Behavioral questions. Relationship. You and Richie aren't having any marital problems, are you? Is Richie blowing someone else's kazoo? No, but what does that have to do with anything? Nervousness. You seem nervous. Why is it? Are you on the run from the clown mafia? Afraid they're going to have you fitted for oversized cement shoes? I don't know what you're talking about. And yet it's the correct answer. Either Richie's wife married a saint, or she's in denial about how correctly he's doing everything. And since she was shaking more than Cuddy after a night with me, I think it's safe to say she's nervous about something. You think hubby's hiding something? Check his office. See if he's been using drugs, alcohol, or anything else that would make a grown man want to work in a circus. Dr. House, any idea where I can get a drink of water? Hello. The water fountain is to your right, down the hall. Thank you. Goodbye. Wow, Foreman, she thinks you're cute. Come on, she's a happily married woman. Don't you and 13 have a job to do? Yes, sorry. We need to get into Richie's office. How? We can't just wake up the guard and ask him to give us the keys. Who said anything about waking him up? I've got an idea. Wow, this circus really looks spooky at night. When you were a kid, did you ever think clowns were just plain creepy? I guess so. Why? When I was little, I saw a clown on TV remove his makeup, and it gave me nightmares for a week. My mum says it's because I thought he was taking his face off. What do you think? I think... Ah! Oh, good. You've found Richie's office. Well, this has ruined any fantasies I had about circuses being playful children's wonderland. Let's see what we can find. Hidden object game time. Bag of chips. Beer. Rolled up piece of... No, not rolled up piece of paper. Popcorn. Beer bottle. Beer can. Candy bar. Coaster? Ashtray. Another rolled up piece of paper. Handkerchief. Beer bottle. Another rolled up piece of paper. No. A handkerchief. He's got so many handkerchiefs. I've missed one. A fourth handkerchief. And beef jerky. I thought it was a ruler. Looks like we've hit the mother lode. Let's take all this stuff back to house. We have to wonder where all his handkerchiefs came from. He was just doing the infinite handkerchief magic trick. Man, if I have to eat any more of the slop they call food in this place, I'm gonna jump off of the building. Don't worry about it, babe. Just don't worry. Hey, there he is. Dr. House, any word with what's wrong with my husband? He's cheating on you with rich, creamy nougat and bacon fat. Richie, what's going on? Well, that isn't mine. We found this in his office. You've snooped in my office? You weren't actually telling us anything worthwhile. So, you'd gone all Darth Vader with your respiratory problems and couldn't tell us anything, period. Anyway, I'm afraid we'll have to talk. Ashes. Richie, what about these ashes? Are they the remnants of a human cannonball? I don't know what the ashes are. He's cigaretting? Cremation. Has anyone at the circus been cremated recently? And I mean accidentally, not as part of a hilarious magic act. No! Wood burning? Do you burn wood for anything? No. Office. How can you not know what the ashes are? We found them in your office. How should I know? There are a zillion people that go in and out of my office all the time. So maybe someone's burning the records? Documents. Have you been burning documents trying to destroy evidence? No, I keep all of my paperwork. Cigarettes. Were you smoking cigarettes in your office? Are you kidding? I had a lung transplant a couple of years ago. I know I'm not meant to smoke. What am I, an idiot? Somehow these talk segments make you want to play Felix. I always want to say Felix right. I want it to be... Anyway. Phoenix right. Smoking, cleaning, or occupying. Have you had the same office for a long time? Why? Is there something about my office that's making me sick? How often do you clean your office, Richie? As often as your clowns update their jokes? I clean it every few weeks. Why? Because there was like a dozen handkerchiefs laying around. Were you smoking anything other than cigarettes in your office? Of course not. Hold on, Richie. What about the last week when I smelled pot outside your office? What about that? Oh, that. Barry the clown was smoking weed, and he put out his roach as soon as he came into my office. Clown habits. Does Barry the clown use any other addictive substances? Does he chain smoke exploding cigars? How would I know? I'm not his nursemaid. How much junk food do you eat? Not too much, just a little here and there. How long ago did you jump back on the junk food bandwagon? And did the junk food wagon have Oreo wheels? I guess a few months ago. I've been under a lot of stress. Do you have any other bad habits? Drinking? Do you still drink alcohol, or do you get drunk on seltzer bottles? Just a glass of wine once a week, and that's okay, I've checked. Did you do a lot of drugs when you were younger? Did you ever get so messed up you vomited up never-ending multicolored silk scarves? I barely did any drugs, even when I was healthy, just tobacco. If only junk food wasn't so yummy. Ever since your lung transplant, have you ever taken drugs? Tried any white powder aside from your clown makeup? I'd never put anything bad into my system except for the junk food. I'm not too happy with you right now. I know, babe, but I'll go cold turkey on the junk food. For real this time, okay? Actions speak louder than words, you know. I'll believe it when I see it. Anyway, it's better than this hospital food. I told you, don't worry about it, okay? If you think that's bad, wait till All Gruel Wednesday. So, who's Barry the Clown? My oldest friend at the circus. He's been with us for, 25 years? I don't get it. Did Dr. Cuddy give you this guitar? Is this what they're giving out instead of promotions these days? You know what? I'm not going to question it. This is the coolest work-related gift I've ever gotten. You don't mind the local Maccas? But I've got into the habit of making your own burgers instead. Do you realize how much this guitar's worth? It's a classic. Something wrong, House? Show's over, folks. Sorry. No, I didn't come for the show. I'm part of Richie Kipling's diagnostic team at Princeton Plainsboro. My name is Dr. Chris Taub. Richie, how is he? That's what I'm here about. Richie's friendship. How close are you and Richie? Everyone in the circus is like family. Have you noticed anything strange about his behavior before his collapse? Nothing stranger than normal, no. Any idea why he's been having breathing problems? He does eat lots of junk food, and that can't possibly help. Focus on the cause of the symptoms, junk food. Richie says he only eats a little junk food. Is that true? I don't see everything he puts into his craw. Circus life. Are there lots of drugs in the circus? Why are you asking me? Richie says you were smoking weed at his office. Is it true? That lying jerk. No, I don't smoke weed. God, just because I look a certain way, everyone thinks I'm high. Well, someone's lying. Press the subject further. Getting high. Listen, Richie might be dying. We need to know if you were getting high in his office. Okay, fine. Sometimes me and Richie smoke a little weed. There we go. They were both lying. I wasn't paranoid enough. It wasn't that one of them was lying. They were both lying. Drugs at work. Has Richie ever gone to work high? No, it's an after-hours activity for him. What's the craziest thing that he's done while smoking pot? Nothing. He just sits in his chair and watches Star Trek DVDs. Does Richie just smoke weed, or does he do any other drugs? Nope. As far as I know. Quantity. How much does he smoke? We've shared one joint. Not much. Source? How do you get it? Is that relevant? Apparently not. How often does he smoke? Once a week? Focus on his health. Guilt! Don't you feel guilty? Richie's a grown man and making his own decisions. I don't force anything on him. Pot's not as bad as tobacco in any case. Reaction. Has it ever made him cough or given him breathing problems? Well, no, but it's medicinal, right? Thanks, Barry. Hey man, listen, don't judge him for smoking weed. It's just, running a circus is a high-pressure gig. We'll keep that in mind. How many of the cases have involved drugs? I think 2. There was the one that was caused by the dead rabbit. Then there was just find out what disease it was. There was beaten by her mother, but also stealing her mum's drugs, but they were not illegal drugs, they were prescription drugs, so maybe you count that. So it's either 2 or 3, depending on if you count the stealing the mum's drugs. The lawnmower or the rabbit was probably on drugs. Barry the Clown said that he smokes weed with Richie once a week. Well, this is an interesting wrinkle. How so? It's stupid to smoke the wacky tobacco when you're a transplant recipient. It puts you at risk for all sorts of dangerous fungal infections. Tell Chase and Cameron to test Mr. Soggybottom for invasive pulmonary aspergillosis. What if it isn't IPA? Good question. Tell them to take specimens for the bronchioviolal lavage just in case. Oh, I really don't like the look of that thing. It's a bronchioscope. We think you might have a fungal infection called IPA. We're going to do a bronchoscope. Now, I'm going to need you to open your mouth wide so that I can insert this. You've got to be kidding. Just relax. I understand that you like crossword puzzles. I like to solve them in my head. Well, try this. 10 letters, sweet-smelling candy. Licorice? But licorice doesn't smell sweet. Use the bronchoscope to explore the patient's... it's the... Yeah. We've done this before. It's the... Press the button to take samples of all the lumps thing. Why they chose to make this tiny fraction of the screen, I have no idea. Like, these should be swapped. Yeah. Foolish the man or woman who decided to make it this tiny, tiny fraction of the screen. Equal opportunity mocking. Whoever made that decision is silly. And apparently I missed one. Apparently I missed two. Apparently I missed three. Alright. I'm sorry? Oh, you want me to click. Okay, great job, but wipe the confident smirk off your face. Apparently that was a really good job, which I'm surprised by considering how many times he went, oh, 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 oh. How are we doing, Richie? Are you still with us? Peppermint. Excuse me? 10 letters. Sweet-smelling candy. Peppermint. I solved it. Wow, you're good. School children watched in horror as Richie Kipling, owner of the Kipling Carnival Circus, was mauled by one of his own horses, minutes before the performance was about to begin. The victim is in a serious condition at Plinston-Prainsborough Hospital. Lisa Darrow, Action 9 News. House, we're still waiting on the results of the bronchoscopy. As long as you're not busy, let's watch some TV and make lewd comments about Lisa Darrow of Action 9 News, and figure out what else our patient might have. It's another throw the words minigame, yeah. Third letter T. Must be asthma. Could it be asthma? It does explain the respiratory issues. Ah, but it was amyl. It was, what was it? That lupus something or other, something or other. It was a secondary kind of lupus in one of the cases here, so womp womp. Good work, Taub. You've been promoted from buffoon to buffoonish. Abdominal aneurysm. Cardiac fits. And if it would let me grab it, but it doesn't have YHT, so cardiac arrhythmia. Cardiac arrhythmia. They made a big point of saying, but it's not technically lupus, it's lupus something else. It would explain most of the symptoms. Not a stretch to see a guy like you having heart trouble. True, his ticker's probably so used up he's waiting for the Wizard of Oz for a new one. Infantile genetic agranulocytosis. Acute idiopathic... Also, now that I know that there's like no penalty for getting these wrong, we should just blanket try them all. Invasive pulmonary aspergillosis. We still can't rule out IPA, not until the tests come back. But his eyes were bloodshot, his nose and throat itchy. How could I have missed it? House? Do you want to let us in on what you're talking about? Damn it, Foreman, you're blocking the screen. Wait. You're covering up the screen. I'll get it. I'll move. The horse strangulation covered up the real issue, which is... something with a H. Shock. Obstructive shock. Anaphylactic shock. He's allergic to the horse? Anaphylactic shock. What? We've been looking in the wrong place. How much do you want to bet it's just a simple allergen? But he doesn't have any allergies. And when was the last time he was tested for allergies? 3 years ago. And it might not even be anaphylactic shock. We haven't done a RAST test. Good idea. We should order a RAST test. In the meantime, the patient is still alive. We've got to figure out which one of these clowns is juggling with Richie's innards. That does not look like... That does not look like a good picture of her. It's Richie. He's having trouble breathing. We get our X-Files end of scene music. You've got to concentrate harder if you want to continue to work here. 69 out of 125. Dr. House, do something. Treatment. Who's got the treatment? Your performance has been shaky of late. You are on probation until your performance improves. You'll need to be on your toes for this next procedure. No one will hold your hand. It's DDR time. Too slow. Too early. Too slow. Too early. Now let's try a different medication. Now let's try another kind of medication. Are we going to have to press the fabled Y button? Yes. Too slow. Anaphylactic shock. It's plain as the crumbs on your gown. Speaking of which, where'd these crumbs come from? I don't know. They served me lunch. I always say work smart, not hard, but you barely did either. 87 out of 100 is apparently not good enough. I found these on his hospital gown. I have a feeling the trail of breadcrumbs leads to Richie's wife, the horse whisperer. I'll see what I can get out of her. Mrs. Kipling. Yes, you're one of Dr. House's associates, correct? I am. Listen, your husband just went into anaphylactic shock, which greatly narrows the list of things that could be wrong with him. Well, that's good, right? Yes, but it means that he's allergic to something. Feeding him alfalfa? He doesn't have any allergies. Well, we're doing a test to find out for sure, but while we're waiting for the results, we could use your help. Allergy history. Is there a history of allergies in the family? Not that I know of. Reaction. Has Richie been exposed to any of the more common allergens? Bee stings, peanuts, penicillin? Of course, but he's not allergic to any of those things. Possible allergies. The cross-dressing frat boy in the other story was allergic to the latex, so we'll use that as precedence. Do you think Richie could have a latex allergy? I wouldn't think so. He's been exposed to latex gloves constantly during his hospital stay. You're right, and his symptoms haven't worsened. And it was correct. Other possible allergens. Bugs. Are there a lot of cockroaches or other allergen-carrying bugs in the circus? No. Pollen? Has he been allergic to pollen or other seasonal allergies? No, and I've known him for 20 years. Triggers. Is there anything that you could have done that might have triggered the anaphylactic shock? Impossible. I've been Richie's #1 coach and support system during the last 5 years. Ever since he started having his medical issues. I know him inside and out. Try a follow-up question. Reciprocation. Does Richie support you as well? He's got his hands full trying to get better. But he's always encouraged me to do whatever I want. Support? As Richie's support system, have you gotten him to curb his bad habits? I got him to stop smoking. No, you didn't. Nor have you got him off the junk food. You've failed in every way, woman. Smoking habits. How did you feel when you found out he was smoking pot again? Let's just say he's still in the doghouse. I do everything for that man, and this is how he repays me. Listen, Dr. Hadley, my husband is a schmuck, but he's my schmuck. Please don't let anything happen to him. I'll do my best. What did you find out? Do they use circus-themed marital aids? No, but I did notice a sandwich in her purse, and she kept trying to hide it. Get me that sandwich. We'll find the source of the breadcrumbs. It could be peanut butter. How will I get the sandwich? You won't. I'll have to send in someone else. Someone who's able to use his masculine wiles to distract and console Lucinda. Oh, come on. Sorry, Foreman. Lucinda thinks you're super delicious. It's your cross to bear. Please not another dodge the people, nab the purse minigame. Haste jobber. I did like you asked, Dr. House. I've quit the skydiving, the mountain climbing, the drag racing, everything. But the pain in my legs has just gotten worse. Now they won't move. I think I'm paralyzed. Guess I made a bad prediction about how your future would turn out. But then again, that never happens to you Wall Street guys, does it? Just tell me what's going on. We prefer to be called Gimp Americans. Sit tight and I'll check you out. Did I do a reaction? No, I do not do reaction content like that, Jabba. It disgusts me and no one should do it. People who choose to watch it should also be punished by having their eyes removed. Let's penlight this guy's eye. He has thickened skin around his eyes. Skin. When did your skin first start to get thick and shiny? I don't know, a few days ago. Thickened skin. What have we got on your torso? Nothing. What have we got on your legs? Rub his leg. He's still got his leg paralysis. STDs? Have you ever contracted an STD? What? No. Can you move your legs at all? If a 60 Minutes interviewer showed up to do a story on investment fraud, how quickly would you run out of here? I can't move them without a lot of pain. Pain. Has the pain spread anywhere else? To your conscience, perhaps? Oh wait, as a Wall Street banker, you don't have one of those. No, the pain hasn't spread anywhere else. And the other one, do we look at this again? We look at his bruising again. This time he has a bite mark. Tell me about the bite. Where did you get that bite mark? I mean, I've heard you people were vampires, but I thought it was just a metaphor. Oh, a dog bit me a while back. He has rabies? So you didn't think it was important to mention that you'd been bitten by a dog? What do you mean? The dog bite healed weeks ago. The dog bite was covered up by your bruises, and if I'd noticed it sooner, I would have diagnosed you quicker. So you know what's wrong with me. You have complex regional pain syndrome. What's that? CRPS is a rare condition which causes chronic pain long after a minor injury that is healed. You're in a wheelchair because Marmaduke decided to have stockbroker for dinner. Good on you, Marmaduke. What can I do? Treatment's pretty simple. I'll start you on an analgesic to relieve the pain and corticosteroids to reduce the inflammation. Meanwhile, you'll want to come in for a surgical sympathectomy. No way. They can't remove his sympathy. He's a banker. He doesn't have any. Which is a procedure that destroys the affected sympathetic nerves that are causing you all this pain. Okay, it's not that kind of sympathy removal. I've got to warn you, however, other senses might be destroyed as well. Anything to get back to normal. True, in your line of work, the more sensations that are deadened, the better. Dr. Foreman, is there any news? No, not yet. I'm so sorry. You must think that I'm quite the fool. Not at all. You're just going through some really difficult times. Thank you for understanding. You're such a nice young man. I'll keep you updated. Bless you, Dr. Foreman. Okay, and we do have to do the steal the purse minigame again. Ugh. Except this time it's with a toast. How does this next one work? Ah! I think I have to go to the left and up. But now, I think the window for getting past here is... No! Tiny, yeah. Nope. No, I think it looks like it has lots of needless 3D modelings, Jabba. I think the CK and Victoria pointless CK modelling, the pointless 3D modelling, has now infected EU. And that disgusts me. It doesn't even look like good 3D modelling, which is the worst part. God damn it. Okay, that was the tough bit. Now how does this next bit work? I can safely be at the top of here. And then it's just straight down. Please don't make us put this back. Well, 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 if it isn't the holy grail of sandwiches. It tastes strange, like seeing Cuddy naked strange. What's it got in it? Strawberry? Grape? No, more exotic. A foreign fruit of some sort. Let me see that. Maybe it's lychee. Hold on. It's cashew. How did we go from jams to cashew? What kind of feral doctors are they eat your sandwich as soon as they see you with it? We're stealing it because we think that the sandwich has the thing that has triggered our patient's allergy. I've been reading up on the case, and it turns out that the donor of Richie's lung had a cashew allergy. And your point is? Well, it's been documented that, in rare cases, traits can transfer from a donor to a recipient. So if Richie's donor had been handsome, he'd suddenly wake up looking like Christian Bale? Laugh all you want, but I bet there's a cashew in that jam. And I'll give you $50 if I'm wrong. Deal. So if I die... Richie, don't you dare talk like that. I just want to tell you that if I die, don't wait to remarry. Shut up, I'm not remarrying. Dr. House, what can we do for you? Recent foods. Lucinda, have you been sneaking in food to Richie in the hospital? Of course not. Be honest. Something he's been eating recently might be killing him. She's been sneaking me all kinds of foods. Richie, it's my health at stake, okay? Soy products. Does Lucinda feed you many soy products? Soy cotton candy? Soy wax lips? No. Food types. What kind of food has Lucinda been sneaking you? Popcorn, peanuts, Cracker Jacks? Lots of them. My favourite sandwiches, which are made with a special jam from Brazil. Oh, we're having the Brazil nuts? Brazil water chestnuts? The episode where House gets hired by the CIA to help diagnose the totally not spy who was... Anyway, have you ever been to Brazil, Lucinda? I've never been to Brazil. Neither have I. No, we're not having the Brazil nuts redone. Okay. Jam. How did you get a hold of this exotic jam, Lucinda? Did you have to play with the snake charmer's python? The circus knife thrower, Tristan the Magnificent, introduced it to me. It wasn't Brazil poisoning him this time. Keep pressing the subject. Where did Tristan get the jam? He's Brazilian. He got it in a care... No, Brazil did. We take that back. He got it in a care package from his family. The conversation is off topic. Ingredients. What's in the jam? Hopefully it's not made from his own natural juices, because that's just gross. Tropical fruit. Specific fruit. Which specific tropical fruits are in the jam? Pineapple, passion fruit, mystery fruits. Mystery fruits? What kind? The company that makes the jam doesn't give the full recipe. That cannot fly. You cannot sell food when it's not marked. One more thing. Do you have a contact information for the jam company? Sure. Tristan gave it to me to directly order from them. They're called the Lewin Food Corporation. You can reach them at this number. Call Lewin Foods and find out what's in the jam. Gladly. And start setting aside that $50 when you have to pay up. You wish. Lewin Foods, Senior Vice President, Bertel Sylvia's office. May I please speak to Mr. Sylvia? This is he. Mr. Sylvia, this is Dr. Eric Foreman from Princeton-Prainsborough Hospital in New Jersey. I'm calling on behalf of one of our patients who may have an allergic reaction to one of the ingredients in your jam. What's this about? I need to ask you a few questions. No Brazilian accent? No, I'm not going to do my best Brelix impression. Hey guys! Weather. How's the weather? Where are you? Humid, sir. I'm very busy. Location. Where are you located? In Brazil. You know, the place that you just called. That's a very good impression, I know. He loves saying, hey guys. Ingredients. What's in your jam? Sorry, sir, that's a secret recipe. Urgency. This is a matter of life and death. We need to know what the ingredients are. How do I know that it really is a matter of life and death? Consequences. If someone dies because of your jam, would you be willing to go to jail for withholding this information? Alright. I'll tell you one of the ingredients. One of them, but that's all I'm legally able to tell you. Oh, God. Select the right topic to ask about. Speciality. Why is this jam so special? You would know if you tasted it. Any other questions? Total? How many ingredients are there in the jam? 3. The secret is death fruit? Divulge the recipe. Please, can you tell me the ingredients? A man's life is at stake. Since it's so important, I'll tell you all of the ingredients. It's 30% pineapple, 20% Spanish lime, 50% passion fruit. Spanish. What is the Spanish lime? It's a small fruit native to tropical places. I don't think it can be found in America. Where does the passion fruit get grown? It's very common all over the world. Why do you ask? Almost? Why do you say almost? Is there a 4th ingredient? I really can't divulge that information. Need I remind you that someone could die and you could go to jail? The 4th ingredient is 1% juice from a cashew apple. Thank you, Mr. Silver. You may just have saved someone's life. So there's no need to get the lawyers involved, is there? No. That's good. For you, I mean. Our legal department would mop the floor with you. Good day. End of scene music. Circus of the Scars is suffering from anaphylactic shock. We already know that house. What caused the allergy? An allergen. Yes, but which one? His cashew allergy. You mean like Foreman guessed? Yes. Foreman is a genius. The allergy was set off by cashew apple juice in the jam. Are you happy now? Ecstatic. Here's your stupid cashew apple juice blood money. What's a cashew apple? A cashew apple is the fruit of the cashew tree. It's a pear-shaped accessory fruit, or false fruit, that develops from the receptacle of the cashew flower. Someone did their homework. Yeah, blah 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 cashew apple. Anyway, when our patient got his lung transplant, he received the lung, from a person who was allergic to cashews. And he inherited the allergy along with the lung. You thought they were a nut? Some nuts have fruits. So, ever since then, every time he ate his favorite jam sandwich, it would set off his allergy. He just thought that his health was getting worse because of old age and working long hours. So when he was eating the sandwich on the day of the incident, the allergy was already making its way through his system, and the horse is only partially to blame. And the time the horse strangled him, he was already going into anaphylactic shock. But it looked like it was caused by the horse. Behold, the evil horse. And since his wife kept smuggling him sandwiches like she was the Harriet Tubman of exotic preserves, that's what kept giving him relapse after relapse. But because he didn't have any pre-existing allergies before the lung transplant, we kept looking for anything else. Anything but three-ring Superman here. That he's really just allergic to the tangy, sweet-smelling kryptonite jam in his sandwiches. Now Richie has to stay away from anything made of cashews, including his favorite jam. A small price to pay for being able to breathe. House, come quick. And he's playing the DS. What shameless product insertion. Amazing. Come quick, we've got an emergency in the clinic. Now, in fairness, he does play a DS in the show, but he plays a A big, clunky, original grey one, not a white NDS Lite. Well, when you put it like that, patient has an abnormal amount of body hair, fangs, and a tail. Okay, where is this patient? The patient's unbelievably skinny. House? Add lethargy as a symptom. What causes anorexia and lethargy? You remember Arceus in one of the episodes? Come on, people, this patient could die unless we act now. Do you really want us to do a differential on a monkey? I don't have time for this. Where did you even get the monkey? The guy at the circus lent him to us. Why? That's what I thought. It's tuberculosis, which is common in captive primates. The only problem is now we have to quarantine the whole building. What? Everyone in this hospital may have already been contaminated. We're going to have to euthanize the monkey. We have to put him down? Taub, confirm with a tuberculin test. 13, get me a thoracic? Not thoracic. I suppose thoracic sounds a bit weird. Thoracic radiograph. Oh, and everyone? Psych. You mean you were kidding? The monkey doesn't have TB? No, the monkey has a runny nose. Start him on a Kleenex. Stat. And one this morning. Don't try to prank a prankster, ever. Funky end of scene music. Do we get a resolution to the guitar thing? Under the Big Top is now available for free under the episode's menu. You've done great work here at Pinston Prainsborough. You're now a full fellow. Can I have tenure? The end. Roll credits. We never get a resolution to the guitar thing? That's horrible. Oh no, here we do. We do. It's an after credit thing. Now for my next tune. Oh, hi. Give it to me. You heard that, folks? She wants me to give it to her. And now, in tribute to Jimi Hendrix, I will light this guitar on fire. You wouldn't. Would you like to test that theory? No. Fine then, just answer me a question. What's the deal with the guitar? The guitar, you dumbass, was for you. Pardon? It was going to be a surprise gift for your next birthday. Oh. But just like everything else, you've managed to screw up the simple concept of a surprise gift. I could always pretend to be surprised. You're giving it to me on my birthday. Was it something I said? Tap the touchscreen to continue. And we're back to the exceedingly loud main menu. Okay. Shh, pause. No exceedingly loud main menu music. So, that was terrible-tastic. Some okay minigames, some truly horrendously bad minigames. Some really good dialogue, some horrendously bad dialogue. It's like a horrible B-movie. You know, a train wreck that you just can't stop watching. I don't think anyone should actually play it, but it's probably the sort of thing that everyone should see played, especially if you like the TV show. So I am surprisingly happy to have checked out this terrible-tastic game. Cheers all. A terrible-tastic truly encapsulate it? Yeah, it does. It is terrible-tastic. But with that, we are done, and it's a lovely day out. I'm going to get some sun on my pale white boy body. So we'll be throwing you over to Edgar. And is there an F? I always forget if there's an F in his name. There is, but there's no D. I might be back later in today, after bike ride, lunch, etc. We'll have to work out what else we're doing. What day is it? Shows you. Sunday! Yeah, so I should be back later then. We'll work out something else to play. For now, have a lovely day all. Cheers. I hope you enjoyed this as much as I did. Absolutely terrible-tastic.